Hello everyone and welcome back to OCRP. In this video, myself and Ryan take to the skies with Weazel News in the Sky 5 chopper. The goal was to have a LA-style TV production between a news anchor, being Anita, and the crew in the helicopter. We tagged onto a pursuit earlier in the day and had an outstanding suspect. Will they get away with it? Let's find out now.
We'll be right back to your regular scheduled programming of Wheel of Fortune there with Vanna White and Pat Sajak. We have a developing story here, another traffic stop in Sandy Shores. Chet, what do you see down there?
Right now, what we have seen so far is this vehicle has been, we've been tracking him for a little while, and we're just going to be just to the south of the Yellow Jack in the Sandy Shores area, and the person they have pulled over looks a lot like the suspect from earlier that we were dealing with, where that subject fled from officers, took him on a goose chase, swam the Alamo Sea like Michael Phelps, and brought it back to the shore before getting in the vehicle and ultimately losing those officers. So right now, possibly that is the suspect in this black, looks like a BMW here that they have pulled over right now, possibly going to be getting some backup, and we might see what is it's called a felony stop. So we might see another officer on scene bring their car to the left of the other car down there, and that's when they're going to try to make contact with them. But right now, all is currently calm on this traffic stop.
So you're saying we think there's a suspect inside? What now? Is this the suspect from the murder suspect from earlier?
We're hearing that possibly the occupant in this vehicle here could be related to the earlier pursuit. We don't have any further details from law enforcement at this time, but they look a lot like that person that they were looking for in that manhunt. And we have an officer that has that vehicle pulled over right now. Only one officer on scene.
Very interesting. So what kind of car is it that they have pulled over?
Apparently right now, what we can see here is a possible black BMW of some sorts that they have pulled over. It's blacked out. It has black wheels. So we have another officer on scene here. Possibly might see them attempt a felony stop, but instead they're going to pull behind that other officer before they make contact with them, just doing everything they can on their end to make sure that they don't have a warrant, or if this is indeed the guy that they've been looking for. The officer out of that vehicle, walking up to it now.
So this is called a traffic stop. Now, are these regular occurrences in Sandy Shores?
Yeah, if a civilian's breaking the law and gets pulled over by law enforcement, it's always something small that can lead to these sort of things. But the bigger story, and they are taking off from officers right now. We're going to stay with this vehicle. We're in the Sandy Shores area, just outside of Yellow Jack. That occupant taking off from officers right now. We're going to be at the, this is near the airfield. We're heading into this is the location of the Grand Sonora Desert. So this is all done by, the public safety officers out here working. And those officers trying to stay with them. They're making a right turn. Wow. Crossing over yellow lines, opposite lanes of travel here, nearly hitting a vehicle and now making a left towards the freeway. Stay right here about 120. Looks good. He's making the left.
Now, where do you think they're going, Chet?
Possibly maybe back to the vehicle from earlier. We're not sure. A lot of times these guys, so when they're going to run from law enforcement, they're going to go to a familiar area before they're going to try to bail out of that vehicle. And right now, we're the only ones kind of staying with the vehicle. I'm going to go a wider shot here, and we have nobody behind them. So they're just kind of all by them lonesome right now. Staying northbound lanes here on the 13 as we're going to be heading back up into the Sandy Shores area. This will be Joshua Road exit that they're coming up on here. And before that, if they make a right turn on Union, looks like he's going to make a left. Oh, sliding it out, and it touched the front end of a piss washer truck there. We're going to be on Joshua Road. This is going to take us back all the way to Sandy Shores as we come out here now. They're going to try to hide from officers. We're going to stay with them. I'm going manual. And they're going to be underneath looks like a defunct gas station right now, and we can see that subject in the seafoam green shirt. This is possibly that suspect from earlier.
Now, are there any officers around that you can see, Chet?
I pulled the camera out all the way. I am not seeing any officers in the area right now, so they're trying to track that vehicle. They might have pulled back, knew this guy was dangerous from earlier, and they've gone into what they call tracking mode, where they're going to allow their police helicopter to get up there and to do, all the due diligence they can to stay with the vehicle without possibly alarming on the ground. They're leaving that now, and they're going to be heading towards Sandy Shores here. Yeah, it's hard left here. Take it down, Joshua. Let me get a lock. Got the lock. We're good.
Now, tracking mode, what exactly does that mean? Does that mean they're just gonna follow them until they get home?
They just went by a black and white here. This is in the Sandy Shores area, now at the police station itself, as they're making a right-hand turn. And what you were saying before there, Anita, that is the tracking mode where the officers will not continue to pursue the vehicle, but they'll wait until they can finally apprehend them at their home, or possibly if they went to work. They're on Marina, so if you're familiar with this area right now, it's the Burger Shot, and we ask, if you are watching here on Channel 5, he's pulling into the Burger Shot here. We ask you do not get involved in any capacity to these sort of events here that are taking place in Sandy Shores, as this vehicle is now on Marina Drive. We're just going to be on the outside of Alamo Sea as we make a right-hand turn here. We're going to stay with them as we lost. We apologize for the loss of track there on the vehicle. As it's now making a left-hand turn. This is going to be just in the inside of Sandy Shores. They're making a right turn on what this is the Marina Drive at the liquor store that's located right here. And they're at a slow speed right now. Officers have not engaged on this subject. This subject going now southbound, making another turn towards possibly the police station, but they're pulling in another gas station as of right now. If you can, just stay on the south side of the gas station. We got units rolling in. And yeah, we got units on scene here. We have officers on scene watching this vehicle, and there they go. They're going to be possibly taking off from them again, and officers are trying to stay with them. They're making a right turn. They're staying on the inside of Sandy Shores limits right now, as they're making multiple turns here. Almost hit a guy on a motorcycle, and the vehicle just stopped. We apologize for that. The vehicle was stopped there for a second. They continued on, and now we're tracking this vehicle. It is at the Burger Shot again. This is in Sandy Shores, near the rundown motel area. That's where we're at, and we're going to be now going south and making a turn back towards. Looks like we're going to be headed back possibly into the western part of Blaine County here, and we're turning into another gas station here. Stand by. Try to stay with them. Yeah, just stay on the west.
Wow, really wild stuff coming out of Sandy Shores. Active pursuit on a wanted fugitive in Sandy Shores. Right, really scary stuff here. Hover right here. Okay.
Oh, I was talking to Kenny there. Subject's out. We got the subject out of the vehicle right now. Not sure. Officers are on scene, possibly going to move in on that subject. It is it looks like a white male that is had some sort of cap on, a baseball cap. If you can go to the further west, we can try to get that shot. Go west of it and drop down. And yeah, we're looking for. He's back in the vehicle right now. He did get out, and there are officers on scene right now, and he is taking off from officers once again back into Sandy Shores. We're going to be making a now left turn before we get back up to Marina. There's another, almost collided with another black and white there. They're going to continue past the Burger Shot here on Marina Drive at Sandy Shores.
So they're taking off again. These guys just really don't want to stop. Now, what do you think the motivation for them to run is, Chet?
We heard earlier reports of possibly, this subject here being involved in, in armed murder of some sorts, and now they're taking it out to the desert here. Big jump there, monster trucking it over the roads here, and they're going to lose control of the vehicle, and they're going to get it back under control. Almost had a scene there where they almost rolled the vehicle over. We're going to be now exiting out of the Grand Sonora Desert. This is going to be a desert road known as Nowhere Road as we get on a Cat Claw here just outside of 68, and this is going to be a spot where the highway is, and see if they're not going to take that. They're going to make a right turn. They're going to take Route 68. This is going to take us all the way back into Harmony here. But earlier what you were talking about, we don't know the status if the subject's armed. We do know that it appears to be one person in the vehicle, and possibly involved in an earlier murder of some sort. We're not really sure. We haven't seen any officers trying to perform a pit maneuver on this vehicle yet. They have not tried to put any, stop sticks, spike strips, whatever you would call it. And now we're going to be on a dirt road up here. This is going to be just outside of the prison, and this road will take you all the way back to the main highway. So possibly trying to deviate from officers right now on this road, and we're just going to stay with them right now.
Now, they're going on a lot of dirt roads. Do we know if that vehicle is a four-wheel drive, or is it all-terrain equipped?
This might be one of those, the all-wheel drive versions of the BMW here. I'm not sure. It looks like it's doing really good. And that subject is out of the vehicle, and he's walking away, possibly from the damage. And they have a gun. They are shooting a gun at us right now. We have to make a deviation in altitude to prevent from getting shot. That subject is shooting a gun at the news helicopter right now, just outside, making a huge racket. I'm sure officers in the area can hear this. We see multiple muzzle flashes coming out of there. We're outside of the range of that subject, and we might have officers on scene here shortly. As they are moving, they're still shooting at us, and we're gonna do what we can do right now. We need to try to stay out of this.
Oh yeah, we're pretty high up. I don't think they're gonna get us.
Yeah, no, that's good. I'm gonna get back on the lock. I got the lock. Stay with them. And the subject, shooting at our helicopter. Officers not in the area right now. We're going to be just on the outside of the Redwood Lights track here. This is a local business where people can come to run their different race vehicles, motorcycles, what have you. And we're coming out on Sonora Road here. We're waiting to see if officers are going to try to make contact with them. They're going off-road again. We're going to try to get another lock on there. We apologize. Trying to get that shot for you there. Going to zoom in. We're just outside. We're going to be on the west side of the Redwood Lights track. This is still in the Harmony area here, taking that vehicle off-road.
Now, it looks like they're just going in circles here, Chad. It looks like they're just kind of going where, like, they don't have a plan of where they're going. We're not sure what is going through. Now, what do you think is going through their minds right now?
Dispatch to any air units in the area of Sandy Shores. Use caution. Possible vehicle on airport property, Sandy Shores Airfield. Use caution. Possible vehicle on Sandy Shores Airfield property.
Hey, Kenny, can you talk to dispatch there? Let them know they're shooting at us.
Hey, is this dispatch?
Watch your altitude. Watch your altitude.
Yes, this is San Andreas Communication Center.
Oh, hi. Yeah, thanks for being on our frequency. We're actually getting shot. We're in a news chopper right now.
Getting shot at. Get it higher. You gotta get it higher, Kenny. We're getting shot.
Hang on a second. We're getting shot at, and it's by a black vehicle with a guy in a seafoam green shirt. Still shooting at us. We're gonna be on Baytree Canyon Road.
That's good right there.
Okay, I'll go ahead and update officers. They've actually been looking for that vehicle and that person you just described.
Yeah, we've been tracking them this whole time, and yeah, they're up near Baytree Canyon Road right now.
Yeah, this will be a postal 707, Ken.
707.
Yep, 707, and
okay.
it's a black BMW. Subject has got a green, seafoam green shirt on, and they have been shooting at us actively.
Okay, we'll update officers. Thanks for the information.
Yeah, happy to help.
And I hope you guys don't crash. If anything further goes bad, don't hesitate to give us a call at 911 if you're within cell reception.
Roger, altitude, you might be getting out again.
Hey, thank you.
We're just communicating with law enforcement right now. This vehicle taking off once again after shooting at us, and it sounded like the bullets were whizzing past our heads up here, and we're doing everything we can to try to stay with this vehicle so law enforcement won't lose them. We're on Mount Han Road right now. This takes us all the way south, all the way into the northern end of Los Santos, possibly trying to dump this car in Los Santos. Now, earlier, Anita was talking about, why they might be, just kind of figuring out where they want to go. There's damage to the vehicle, so they know, they only have so much that car's going to give them. And, another thing that comes up to mind is talking about, fuel, how much fuel is left in the vehicle. So we're not really sure how much fuel is in that vehicle. We've seen them stop at multiple different gas stations, but we didn't see them fill up the vehicle in any way. So if you're following us right now, we're just going to be staying on Marlowe Drive. This is the Vinewood Hills area, just to the north side. This is a very dangerous situation. We got one subject armed and dangerous in a black BMW that's moving down into the Los Santos area.
Wild stuff. You guys be careful up there. I saw they were taking shots at you boys in the chopper.
I gotta go, man.
Please be careful.
Yeah, we're doing everything we can. Again, Kenny's doing a great job just keeping us out of harm's way right now. We're going to be on a different road right now. Oh, they just crashed into a vehicle. Airbag deployment. And they possibly might be stealing this vehicle, carjacking this vehicle. They're carjacking the vehicle right now.
Oh my gosh, those poor people.
A subject on the ground there. I don't think they're taking the vehicle. They're going to continue in their BMW they were in, but they had airbag deployment, and I can see the airbag is possibly laying in that in his lap there of the car, and that was a solid hit to the front end of that vehicle. They got out of the vehicle and they pulled that passenger from there on the driver's side and into the road, and it looked like he possibly kicked him there, so a little bit of assault or battery happening here. A very dangerous individual.
We got about a half tank fuel.
All right. Okay, we're gonna be at the Vinewood sign area here. The subject is out of the vehicle again, has their gun. Watch your altitude.
Yeah, we're going up.
He's firing his gun at us once again. We're going to try to probably talk to law enforcement here and let them know what's happening here.
Yeah, they're on encrypted frequency. Unless they hail us, we unfortunately can't get a patch in with them.
Yeah, this is just at the Vinewood sign area. We're on the north end of the Vinewood sign up at the park here. At a dead end, and a lot of damage to the vehicle. He's getting back in that vehicle once again, possibly leaving the area here. They got a headlight out on the vehicle, and they're going to continue down Mount Hound Road here. It's going to take us all the way back into Blaine County.
And we're going to go to commercial break here, folks, but come on right back for this exciting and thrilling and dangerous car chase. We'll be right back. And we're out in 5, 4, 3. And we're going back live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're back with this chase. It does look like they're back in the Sandy Shores area now. Chet, what's going on? What's the latest?
Yeah, we're in the Sandy Shores area here. This vehicle did pass by officers. Is coming back out on 68, and you can see the officer behind them has lights and sirens on, trying to stay with this vehicle as it wraps back around on. This is Panorama Drive. We're just going to be passing the airfield here in Sandy Shores, making a right turn back out towards the Grand Sonora Desert once again in the vehicle. Now, we've been tracking this vehicle for a while we were away on break, and they did get some repairs done to that vehicle when they could. So the vehicle is back working how it should be. That vehicle is completely blacked out here. Very dangerous situation. Back on Panorama Drive, heading back into Sandy Shores, pulling it out wider here. We've got another officer there, and it looks like with some sort of Tahoe or something. That was waiting. More officers right now. We just passed. We're heading into Sandy Shores, blacked out here, about to cross over the railroad tracks, and he did a high rate of speed right turn now. We're going to be on Joshua Road, and this will take us all the way east back out towards the highway. And we're staying with this vehicle right now. Again, very dangerous situation here. We got an occupant in the vehicle that does have a weapon. They fired that weapon at us and not anybody else that we can see. We saw a carjacking that we thought was going to take place and didn't happen.
Oh my goodness!
Wow, big jump right there. That was like something you would see in Monster Jam, and now we have officers possibly challenging this vehicle on off-road terms here as we get back on what's called Nowhere Road. This is going to take us back into Sandy Shores. And we know that that unit just passed that vehicle, and now the vehicle's going to play a game of cat and mouse, and he's going to head back west on Joshua, almost striking another one back across. This is absolutely unbelievable shots we're seeing here as we're going all the way back northbound in Sandy Shores here. We're going to be passing the ammunition. This will take us back up into the Alamo C spot as we're going to be crossing past the Burger Shot on Marina Drive. This will take us all the way back out towards, there's a junkyard up here on the left-hand side, but this will take us all the way back out in the western part of Blaine County here. We do not see any lights on the vehicle. Well, the vehicle just turned his lights back on now to see. Drop altitude if you can. And the officers are not with the vehicle right now that we can see. I think they might have decided maybe it was too dangerous. We saw one unit possibly getting into a position for a pit maneuver. The pit maneuver, pursuit intervention technique that officers have at their disposal, so they can try to, use a push bumper of their vehicle to spin the car out and disable it. But right now, officers have not been able to get close enough to this vehicle. They are on Joshua Road, headed back towards Harmony right now.
I'm just getting vibes of Groundhog Day. Now, is this a performance type vehicle? Because they seem to lose the police quite easily.
Yeah, and once again, this is some sort of BMW, a very high performance machine, and clearly is displaying that here. His officers have not been able to stay with this vehicle. We're on Sonora Road, and this is going to take us all the way south right now. Into the northern edge of Los Santos. Right now we're not in Los Santos, but we are on a road that will take us there, and not sure if LSPD is going to get involved. They're making a left turn. They're going blacking out their vehicle again. They're going to be on a dirt road that's going to take them all the way back around where the Bolingbroke Penitentiary is, is funny enough. And we're staying on this dirt road. They're off-road completely right now. Possibly just hit a tree and maybe disabled here. Stand by. We're going to try to get around on the east side here, so we try to get a better shot.
All right, so that pretty much wraps things up. The suspect ended up getting away from the police after crashing into the tree there. They were on foot, and they were not able to locate them. We later went on the ground and interviewed some cops, but that was pretty much it. Can't always catch them, that's for sure. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. If you want to see some more Weazel News content, we can definitely put something together. But that'll do it. Take care.